I got Kasha probably just before Christmas, and then we started noticing wee everywhere.
About 2 months ago.
About 2-3 months ago. Then we started to notice it's a bit of a problem. She leaks pretty, it's like you leave the tap on and the washer's gone. She's constantly dripping.
We had a lot of people say to us, what's the point?
It's only $100 to get them put down.
Just don't put up with it. We can't do that.
Oh, she's my little girl. Yes, I love her. Good girl, aren't you, honey? So we took her to, I think, 4 vets in the end. 3 of them didn't really want to do much about it, said it was too involved. Ended up taking her to one of the bigger hospitals. They found the problem. I know what the problem is. They're saying it's genetically all wrong inside, so they wanted $4,000 cash up front. I don't have that sort of money just laying around.
We were pleading to organise some sort of a payment plan. We could give a deposit up front, go in there every week and obviously give them what we had, but no one would accept it. Cried nearly every day, didn't I? It's just not fair on her, it's not fair on us.
You going on the plane? Are you excited? Yeah?
So then I rang the radio station, ring up and have a whinge about vets being more worried about money than the actual dog. One of the blokes there, he just loved the sound of the story and he emailed Chris Brown.
Hi there, it's Chris Brown here.
And Dr. Chris Brown rang me, asked me my situation and said, yeah, he's got things going and he's got someone there that'll probably be able to fix her. So it was pretty, it was a good moment. To have someone just say, yeah, look, we'll help you.
Exactly.
That's all we wanted all along. Like, we were prepared to pay the money and stuff, we just needed a bit of a break.
What would I say to Dr. Chris? I love you. Thank you very much.
You'll be right, darling. You won't be in there for too long, mate.
We're off to Kasha and I, get on the plane and go to Sydney. A little bit, nervous about how it'll all go.
Hello. We've heard a lot about you. She looks as though she's a bit frisky, so I reckon we go to Bondi, work off some of that energy before she goes into hospital. Welcome to Sydney, huh? Welcome to Sydney. When you came to Sydney, I don't think she had that in mind. Mate, she's got class at least.
Yeah, well, it's got standards, mate.
She's just smacked him now.
Good girl. You like that, honey?
You're a special girl, aren't you, Case? You're one of a kind. Oh, girl, we'll get you sorted out, won't we? The two of you have travelled a long way, but you're finally here.
Yes, finally.
After you guys.
Okay.
How you going?
How are you?
Chris.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, this is the one I've told you so much about. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Kasha.
Alicia, how you going?
This is Matt.
Andrew.
Good, mate.
Good to meet you, absolutely. How you chucking?
That's just a little example of what she does, so you can see.
All the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
How long have you had her?
7 months.
So pretty much since you
Yeah, pretty much
good
since
luck.
you...
Come on through.
Thanks heaps, Chris.
All right, all the best.
I'll see you at the pub.
See you, Kasha. See you, pups.
Come on, chucking. All right, well, let's get her up on the table.
Come here, Coach. Girl.
Yeah, she's really quite moist here, isn't she?
Yeah.
Just dribbling even now. Good girl. So that's one kidney up here.
Yep.
That's the normal one, so that's the right one. And that's the other kidney here. That one should actually be sitting up here.
Oh, right, eh?
This is the ureter. It's just a fine, maybe 1.5 millimetres.
Yep.
That's normal. This one you can see is 3 to 4 millimetres wide. So that suggests to me that it's not emptying into the bladder normally. So what we'll look at doing is cutting it off at the urethra and then making a little hole into the bladder and suturing it into there and re-implanting it.
So we're like just welding it back on.
Pretty much.
Right, eh?
Fixing the plumbing up.
Yep. Bit nervous. See what happens. Now we'll just see what he says after he does the ultrasounds.
Good girl.
It's all right.
Good girl. No. Okay. Let's try it.
Good girl.
Right. Looks like she's got bilateral ectopic ureters. I guess unfortunately what we've found is that both of them are not going to the right spot. We'll have to be very careful and monitor her kidney function and her urine production. I know it's not quite the news that you want, it's certainly not the news I wanted.
No, it's
But I guess that's why we did the test, because there was that doubt about it, and now we know, so I can prepare better for tomorrow. But they have got a very close bond. I mean, he's moved heaven and earth to make sure that he can get his dog fixed.
good girl. You're right. Toughy.
I think it'll be a bit of a mess if we have any problems.
Yeah. She's all Andrews now, so seems like he knows what he's on about. Confused me with the jargon, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
These problems they're huge because if you can't fix it, she won't be able to be an inside dog. It'll increase the risk of getting infections. Unable to fix it, I think you'd have to be looking. One of the options would be euthanasia for her, so which would not be nice. That would break his heart. That's right. So
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she'd be right anyway. She better be.
There's the right one. Yeah, that's interesting.
Connecting to the uterus? Or?
Yeah, wow. She's a urogenital nightmare. It's a perfect example of why you shouldn't breed closely related animals to each other. I still have concerns for that, but I think we've got a good chance. Look, I was very pleased with it. I was happy with how the ureters got reimplanted and the suturing was good. It's a little concerned about the troughs that we found going down from the openings into the urethra. So I guess it really, we'll know how it's gone in the next few days. So we just have to wait and see.
Getting a bit anxious. Been on the phone to Mel this morning and last night. She's sitting by the phone waiting for me to ring. She's a bit more anxious than me, I think, especially because she's still in Melbourne. But just wanted to be finished, go and see how it all went. Yeah, very eager. Didn't get much sleep last night. And a bit sweaty in the hands, so still waiting.
Matt, how you going?
Oh yeah, I don't know, how am I going?
No, again, everything went very well.
Yes.
I'm very pleased with it, but time will tell.
Yep.
We've done everything we can for her. I was very pleased with how it all went technically, so she's waking up really nicely.
So it's all good.
I'm very pleased with it,
All right.
Absolutely.
That's what I wanted to hear.
So you can relax a little bit.
When I see her, I will.
When you see her, that's a good thing.
Gorgeous. She's a real sweetie, isn't she? She's a real gentle lady.
Look at this. Fully dooly.
It's looking good.
It's a nice stitching, Kash.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
She's a real sweetie. She was very good this morning. Bladder was nice and full. We checked on the ultrasound, which is all to the good, and she hadn't leaked at all, even with quite a full bladder, which is fantastic.
That's awesome. And her bed's dry.
And her bed is dry as dry.
That's unreal.
She hasn't had any problems.
So is she looking like she'll be allowed out in another day or two?
She has to urinate. Until she does that,
She's
I
stuck
really
here.
can't give you a time,
Yep.
and we've just got to go step by step.
You just need to do some wheeze. You'll be all better soon, mate. Hey? Go home in a couple of days. Yes? Now I'm even more anxious.
Good girl. Even though she's got the catheter in, there's still that bit where she can actually produce urine. Good girl.
How'd you go?
She's urinated twice.
What, through past the catheter?
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing what you get excited about when you're a vet sometimes.
hope she remembers me. It's been, you know, a week.
We're all missing her. We all want her home.
I can't believe we're now at that point where she gets to go home. She's been through so much, so many ups and downs. She's overcome so many hurdles, all with a smile on her face, all being the most beautiful dog you could ever ask her to be. I'm so happy for her. This is her moment, and I just feel honoured to be a part of it. Hey, there you are. You're home. You're home, girl. Come on. Who's he? Hello.
Hello, my girl.
Have they been looking after you?
She's got weeks of affection to give back.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Cash, it's not been the same without you.
I've got to say, I've treated a lot of dogs. I've never seen a dog so patient, so understanding of what we're trying to achieve the whole time.
Yeah.
She was just faultless. So beautiful.
She's a good girl.
Just like a dad.
She's a good
Exactly.
girl.
That's what I thought as well. You know, just takes after you. The important information too, on the drive to the airport, then in the crate, and then the drive here, there hasn't been one drop of urine.
Not one drop. Oh, Casey.
Not one drop.
That's awesome.
No puddles. Yeah, she get a lot of love, a lot of cuddles, a lot of pats. Take her down the river.
Should be able to sit on the bed.
Yes, and let her on the bed.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I admire the fact that you didn't take no as an answer for her. You know, you stood in the face of some pretty big obstacles and you gave her every chance. There's no other dog out there that's built like Kate. She's a beautiful dog, so patient, so understanding, just one of a kind in every way possible.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely awesome. Yeah, can't think. She say thank you, Dad. But yeah, you, Andrew, and everyone at Sash Hospital are really good with her. Happy to go.
Bottom of our hearts. Thanks very much, Chris. I want to give you a hug. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Casey, kisses. Nice, my girl. It is very good to have her back on rack.
Good boy. I know he was just acting weird, and then I rang up my brother and said, do you know what's wrong with him? And he said, last time that happened, it was a tick. You can't see, you can't stand up.
Lucas. Hi, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you, Lisa. And this is Paula.
Yep.
Hi, sweetheart. How long ago could he not walk? When did you notice?
Probably about 3 or 4 hours ago was when I first noticed it.
Okay, sure, all right. Okay, let's take him into one of the consult rooms. I'll take a look at him and we'll try and find a tick under all that hair. Hey, we're going to try and slide this under. Yeah. I know, you're a big boy. You are. So we sort of use this as a sling so he can, because he's not bowed in his front legs.
Yeah.
Do you mind taking the other side? All right. So if we just prop him up, that helps. Good boy. All right, sweetie. You're okay. You're okay. Has he had any previous medical problems besides the tick? Is there anything I need to know about?
No.
Is he on any medications at the moment? And he's been eating well? Has he coughed at all since you noticed that he couldn't use the back legs?
Yeah.
He has been coughing? Okay. Let's just check if he can swallow. Okay, so he hasn't got a very strong swallow reflex either. So he's letting me stick my hand fairly far back there without reacting as much as a normal dog would. Basically what happens when they're bitten by a tick is that it causes paralysis, so the toxin goes into the bloodstream and it binds at the ends where the muscles meet the nerves, and it paralyses them. So it usually starts at the back legs and it moves up. It's all right, sweetie. I know. It's life-threatening because it can paralyse the breathing muscles, so they won't be able to breathe anymore. Let me just give him a cuddle in the head. It's okay. It's all right, sweetie. How would you feel if we clipped his hair off?
Oh, I think we were going to get it done anyway. So.
Okay, all right. Because I think that's going to be the easiest way.
Yeah.
He's got so much hair, and you need to search in all the little orifices around his bum, in his ears, around the mouth, so he's going to need a full haircut to try and find the tick. It's too early to tell exactly how he's going to do. Oh my God, like shearing a sheep. So the next stage is that we would shave all his hair. At the same time, we'll put a catheter into his vein and give him the tick anti-serum. We need to give that quite slowly anyway, so we'll be clipping him and giving the serum simultaneously. In his situation, I would probably sedate him. His temperature's slightly elevated and he seems quite anxious, and the more anxious they are, then the more effect the toxin can have on them, so it's better to keep them as calm and cool as possible. Okay, so we put the catheter in and he's been sedated, so he's resting quite comfortably now and much more relaxed, which is good. What we're going to start doing now is clipping him and giving him the anti-serum quite slowly over half an hour to an hour. Now, we won't notice any improvement for the next, say, 12 to 24 hours. And you know very well that it can take a few days for it to resolve, if not a few weeks. Hopefully there won't be any complications and it will run pretty smoothly, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. He probably won't get any worse once we give him the anti-serum. It's just a matter of whether or not he gets any complications, such as fluid in his lungs or inhaling food because he can't swallow very well. There's no sign of the tick here, so it's obviously moved on somewhere else. Got to find the big grey female. So we shave until we find it. Good boy, steady. Look at this. Never get a vet to clip. Oh my God, you've put me to shame. It's all right, honey. I'm in the firing line there. All right, sweetie. Okay. He came in roughly 2 to 3 hours ago. He could walk on his front legs. Now he can't walk on his front legs, so the paralysis has extended up to the front part of his body already. She's nearly done.
Boy, you're a good boy. Easy, mate.
I can't imagine how hard it would be to feel like this.
Easy, baby.
Go for it.
Stop.
Calm down. So he's started to breathe up a little bit more. His oxygen levels are reading slightly lower than they were before. So at this stage, we're just going to try him with a little bit of oxygen and see if we notice any improvement. Good boy, you're so brave. We're just going to keep on searching throughout the night. We don't want to stress him out too much more, so now what we're going to do is just leave him in the cage, let him have some rest, give the tick anti-serum some time to kick in, and see where he's at again in the morning. After having some time just to relax, he seems to be breathing a lot better, so I do think it was probably the stress of the clipping and being in a new environment and not being able to use your legs, and he seems to be doing much better, but we'll closely monitor that overnight. I'm sorry for your haircut. Yes, he says, I'm very embarrassed. Just have a nice sleep, Paula. look at you. Hey, you're not happy? He was searched throughout the night for more ticks. They didn't find any others, but he doesn't look like he's got any more. You want to try stand for me? All right, sweetie. Look at that. Oh, it's a bit wobbly. He's not completely out of the danger zone. I guess his swallow reflex is not perfect. Boy. I know you don't like your mouth being touched. There always is the risk that he can inhale some of his food, so we have to just feed him very slowly. And some chicken. Hey, is this better than dog food? Come on. Ah, it's a bit spoilt. This is a really quick recovery for a tick bite. Honestly, I usually find it takes about 24 hours for us to notice some improvement, and in his situation it's been less than 12 and he's already made a dramatic change. How are you feeling about your new haircut? Hey? Feel like a new man. Collar's too big for you now, huh? You've no hair there.
I'm here to pick up Paula.
Absolutely. No, sweetie. Come on, you can't swim on the floor. You can't go swimming. Hey, it's too slippery. Come on, Paula. Come on, who's that? Come on. Who's there? Hey?
You're small, you are.
Your brother Lucas did a fantastic job. He noticed straight away when something was wrong, gave us a ring and got your grandfather to bring him in, so good on him. Yeah, tell him he's saved his dog's life.
Yeah, definitely did.
So I think in this situation you need to really check him every day for a tick, particularly because he's had one before and not so long ago, and it's going to be a lot easier with him having such a short coat in the summertime to have a really thorough check the ears, around the mouth, because most of it happens around the head area. You happy to go home? You are? You're such a good boy. And he's eating well now as well, which is excellent.
What should we be feeding him? What's happening?
Just his normal food's fine. Just watch him for the next few days when he's eating, just so that he doesn't guzzle it down and choke. He's swallowing pretty normally, so you just got to be extra cautious, really restrict his exercise. So no walks for 2 weeks, don't let him play around the backyard. Is he normally outdoors?
Yeah, he's normally in the backyard.
Are you able to keep him inside for the next 2 weeks? Yeah, so keep him inside and just try not to hype him up and get him too excited. He just needs to be really calm for the next 2 weeks. If they get overexcited, in rare cases, the signs can sometimes come back.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything.
Yeah,
Give us a call if you need.
Definitely will. Come on.
Bye, Paula. Go on, good boy.
Okay.
You can do it. You just take
Come
it
on,
slowly.
come on.
Sweetie.
Come on,
Good boy.
Yeah, boy. Good boy. I was really surprised first at how he changed. His coat was completely gone. Like he went from looking like a polar bear to almost a lion. But it's just good seeing him alive, happy, strong.
It might be an idea that they keep him clipped. I won't tell the Samoyed Society that, but it's just going to make their lives a lot easier and help him out and hopefully prevent this happening again.
No, he looks kind of like a poodle. Gross.
I'm normally a vet for cats and dogs. There's nothing wrong with that. But occasionally, you have to mix it up a bit, don't you? And just how much I'm about to mix it up, well, that's what worries me.
I had a call from Tim at the Australian Reptile Park. Now, he's got a case for me that's just come up.
So what have we got, Tim?
Well, we've got a snake, and we've brought her out a winner, and she's just off of food. She just hasn't pepped up.
Okay. What sort of snake?
Her name is Atomic Betty.
What? Man, that's not a snake, that's a monster.
She's still off her food.
What is she, a reticulated python?
Yep, largest python. She is
Good.
6 or 7 metres long.
No, excellent, good. Yep.
100 kilos.
And she's been off her food.
For a period each year, we cool her down and winterise her. Now, we've brought her back out of that, bumped the temperatures up, and normally she'd be looking for food. She looks good. We can't actually pick anything, but yeah, we're just a little concerned that she hasn't taken a food item.
And no other signs that you've noticed?
No, look, I mean, we know all the things, that, you know, a cold, their tongue sticks together, but there's been no obvious signs.
Whilst pythons don't eat every day, they do eat regularly, so the fact she hasn't eaten for 3 months, that's a long time, and she'd be starting to struggle because of that, so there must be something going on here.
We can go in.
How easy is that?
If we need to, we can do it. There's some pretty big safety issues.
Yeah,
but
I'm just worried that in catching her, she might actually catch.
yeah, we're not worried about a bite. We are, but the bite's secondary to being coiled.
Yeah.
These guys can just
Good
crush.
constrictors, aren't they?
Yeah. So you get the call, got to be in there and just unwinding her on whatever she's on.
Sure.
Very scary.
It's not like we're dealing with a python that's got no previous convictions. Atomic Betty has struck before, and she's really called around someone. So if she does that again and does it properly, then someone could be in a lot of trouble here. Let's get some people together and let's do it.
Yep, I'll get the troops.
Okay. See you soon.
Righto, so plan is, we got myself second, Luke third, Mick and Chris at the door. Lizzie's going to coordinate anything from the door, so follow instruction from Lizzie. Brendo behind for the muscle. Everyone knows, easy. Obi's going to straight on the head, 2 hands. And then second of all we're doing is coil control. So keep it back.
It's really important if she does start to coil that you get it off straight away, so we get a hold of it as soon as possible.
Yeah, and keep it off, that's it. And once we get that, depending from that point whether we need 1 more in, 2 more in, 3 more in, but we know, I mean, Chris, particularly if you're in, please, not fun and games, just get them coils off. You're a big bloke, so that's sort of a...
And just unravelled so we straighten her, essentially.
Yeah, what we'll try, once we've got her out, it's okay. She'll settle, and we want to try and be as quick as we can. These guys, again, get lactic acid build up, so nice and quick and hold her out.
The main thing I need is just to get pretty good access to her, I guess, front half. I just want to have a good listen to her heart, to her lungs, and around just her stomach and upper intestine area. So I just need stethoscope on. So you can just little parts of her I'm just going to need stretched out. But I'll work around you guys. I know you guys are doing the muscle in there, so I respect what you're doing, so I'll just try to keep out of your way.
I'd aim between Luke and myself, because the pass that we should have should be about where her upper, the lungs and heart and things like that is. So that being said, to start with, but you might need to be on the tail and bottom end and keeping those coils off, and once we get her, then move up. So
okay.
All good, let's do it.
What I'm going to look for is first of all, have a look around her head, around her face, just to see whether there's any discharge, and also if there's any sort of lesions around her mouth that maybe make it uncomfortable for her to eat. And then from there, I'm going to work my way down her body to around where her heart is, to where her air sacs, her lungs are, and then down to her stomach, and just see if we can pick out any abnormalities and have a bit of a listen in there as well. It's going to be interesting in there.
We right? You come round. Go, bring back, coils off. That's it. Right, 1 more on. Over, switch hands. Keep that off. Come on, Mick, jump in. Chris, can you come in? Yep. Now, we've got a problem with that coil on top.
Coil on, Chris.
Someone on front. Right, let's settle, easy. Hang on.
You right?
Obi, I'm going to get neck with Obi. Someone got back?
Yep.
Right, I'm going to push back to you, Obi. Stop her doing that. Settle.
Just stop for a sec.
Everyone good?
I got it.
She's right now.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
you're
going to stop
good.
that
If you
part.
want to get your box, whenever you want.
You good?
Don't drop that tail.
Nice catch, mate.
Really important.
Okay.
Are you right for me to have a look at her head? Is that right?
Yeah,
Can you just move it around a little bit? Yeah. Just looking around her mouth for any signs of injuries. She's in pretty good condition around her head though. I mean, she's not sunken at all. There's no discharge, there's no bubbling around her nostrils or out her mouth. So I need a heart. So her heart's going to be a third of the way between her head and her cloaca, which is what, about there? All right, so what's a third? It's about here. Beautiful. This would have to be right up there in terms of the abnormal and unusual medical examinations I've done. I've got a lot of respect for her, and I just hope she has the same for my veterinary skills.
Hold on for a sec. Here we go, everyone on.
Watch his coil, you might have to move up.
You all right? Sit her down. Yeah, pass me that. That's it. Righto, she's good again. You can see her relax there.
You can just imagine once she wraps around, there's that much muscle around you that you just stand no chance. No one can feel any bumps in the skin. There's no lesions or any sign of parasites there. All pretty good. Importantly, also her hydration was normal, so she wasn't dehydrated at all. So my feeling is that she's come out of a hibernation a little bit slowly. What I might do is give her a vitamin B shot just to try and kickstart her whole system.
Yeah, good.
Good, there we go. By giving her a hit of B vitamins, she's going to be ready to take on the world. The keepers, vets.
Yeah, someone just stay on that midsection so she can't come round. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, hey? All out.
It became abundantly clear why she has that little name, Atomic Betty. Because when she goes off.
I'm going to leave everyone out, back out. Go! Yeah. Shield Oaks. Get out. Yeah, no worries. You go, stop ropes. Go, Chris.
Did she get anyone?
No. She was just scared,
She was saving that up, wasn't she?
Oh, she didn't try to bite. She was just scared and just tried to get away. We got her in a good position. Obi got a great grab on the head, but it's that second part where you see, we had a 1, 2, 3 in line. We went everywhere, and that was, not necessarily confusion, but you've got to adapt and move wherever the snake goes and just get your part. So, but it all went well. Go. I'm going to leave everyone out, back out. Go.
Fingers crossed, after going through all of that, the vitamin injection does its job and Betty does get her appetite back. We'll know in a few days' time whether she's ready for dinner. Can't wait to see what's on the menu.
Yep, when you're ready, Woz, we're all good. Now, this is a small goat compared to normal. We're just going to try and get her a little bit interested. Well, it's been a week since she's had her injection, so hopefully that's pepped her up. We're going to offer her a food item today and see if she takes it. She's interested, look at that. There we go, you beauty. Good. We've got to feed the snake something, whether it's rabbits, rats or goats. I mean, for us, it's relatively similar, but I mean, the goat's for human consumption, so it's not someone's little pet. We're just so happy that it's worked. This is what we wanted.
If you guys loved that video, great. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below. That way.